Welcome back to Breadman TV. Now, before we get started, okay, I know you all see the title. The 3 reasons black people hate Kamala Harris so much. Yes, Kamala Harris has been chosen by Joe Biden as his running mate, a black woman, Kamala Harris. But there has been a lot of controversy and a lot of noise being made, especially by the black community. So we're going to get into the 3 reasons that black people hate Kamala Harris so much. But before we get into this, I need you to hit the like button, right? I need you to hit the subscribe button, okay? I need you to hit the notification button, and I also need you to share. You're tuned in to Breadman TV on YouTube. Let's get those numbers up. Subscribe now. Are you ready? Let's go. The 3 reasons the black community hates Kamala Harris so much. I've been itching to get into this topic. Hopefully, we will have a black vice president, a black woman. But as I said, the black community seems to be a little perturbed by this decision. The black community, let's just be honest, seems to be dissatisfied with this choice. Kamala Harris, the same Kamala Harris that got rejected. The black community rejected Kamala Harris when she attempted to throw her hat in for the presidential race. This happened. The black community chewed up Kamala Harris and spit her out not even 2-3 months ago. And now here we are, right back in the same place with Kamala Harris as our potential vice president. So I wanted to get into the 3 reasons that I think black people hate Kamala Harris so much, okay? And the first reason on my list, if you're tuned in, make sure you subscribe right now. Make sure you subscribe to Breadman TV on YouTube, okay? Make sure you hit the like button and make sure you hit the notification button. We need to get these numbers up. I appreciate you tuning in. Support your black media. Subscribe right now. The first reason that I believe black people hate Kamala Harris so much is, number 1, a question of her ethnic background. That's number 1. Black people don't believe that Kamala Harris is quote unquote black enough. The black community does not give her the black card. They don't consider her to be fully black. Now, when you look at her background, she has a father that is from Jamaica. That's number 1. And her mother is from India. That's number 2. When you put up the pictures, which I will show, when you put up the pictures from her childhood, it does not look like a typical black family. It looks very much like a foreign family. You don't see a typical family from America, a typical black family from America. I'll give you that. You don't see that. I'll even go a little deeper. When black people look at this picture with Kamala Harris from her childhood, they see a Indian woman, right? And they identify with the Indian woman or the Indian man that gives them the dirty looks when they come in the corner store or come into the beauty salon. You understand what I'm saying? This is what reverberates with the black community when they're looking at this picture. And then they look at her, the father, a stern man from Jamaica, a diplomat at that, a respected diplomat from Jamaica. So then they say to the father, you have no idea about the black experience in America. This is where this type of rhetoric comes from the black community. She seems to get no credit because she was raised in Oakland, California. She was born in America and raised in Oakland, California. Oakland, California. She says, I was raised in Oakland, California. And then you go to do the knowledge and you do the research, right? And you see a Jamaican father that's a diplomat, right? Who hasn't spent any time here. And you see a Indian mother. Do you understand what I'm saying? And again, I explain how that resonates in the black community, going into those stores, going into those beauty salons, going into some of those restaurants and being discriminated against by the Indian community. This is a fact. even though Kamala Harris went to an HBCU, which I have my own opinions, right, about HBCUs, but nonetheless, I won't get into that. Kamala Harris attended Howard University. She went to an HBCU, yet we question her ethnic background. We don't consider her a black woman. We don't say that, we don't think that she can relate to the black American experience. So that's reason number one. And I find it interesting because the black community has now given Donald Trump, the man that we are supposed to be shooting to get out of the White House. That's supposed to be the ultimate goal, to get Donald Trump out of the White House. Yet with this type of rhetoric, the reason number one, right, of why black people hate Kamala Harris so much, right, because they question her ethnic background. They question whether she is black enough or black or not, right? You give people like Donald Trump the alley-oop. You give people like the right-wing media the alley-oop. Because if you look at the news, just here the last 2 days, the birther movement, right? If you all remember the birther movement against President Obama, that is starting to resurface now. As nasty as that is, you have Donald Trump again trying to restart the birther movement on Kamala Harris. And I say to the black community, he gets that assist from us. The black community has thrown Donald Trump the alley-oop to question Kamala Harris' ethnic background. We did that. The black community is responsible for that because we question her ethnic background. We say that she's not black. That's the first reason the black community and black people hate Kamala Harris. They don't believe that Kamala Harris identifies fully with the black experience. And there is some documentation and proof to support that theory. This is the first reason that black people hate Kamala Harris so much. Let's get into reason number two. Reason number two, as I said, there is support and documentation as far as her record that shows she does not relate to the black experience. She made her bones and came up being a prosecutor. Not only did she prosecute black people, she prosecuted everybody and put them away. Okay? Now, some might say, damn, this is not such a bad thing. Someone has to put the criminals away. Someone has to prosecute the criminals. So why is it that we're jumping on a black woman for making a stellar career for herself as a prosecutor, a heavyweight? Well, this is why, because it goes a little bit deeper. And I'm going to put those receipts up for y'all. As y'all know, Breadman comes with the receipts, so I'm going to put the receipts up. But as you will see, she not only has a record of being a prosecutor, it gets a little bit more sinister. She fought to keep non-violent offenders in jail for profit or other reasons. Nonetheless, when there was a movement, right, a jail reform movement to release, right, non-violent offenders, Kamala Harris was on the front line fighting against that. There's documentation that she has fought to protect corrupt justice organizations, keeping people on death row and looking at life sentences behind bars. This is a fact. She's also been on record as pushing back against the Supreme Court when it came to these very same issues. The black community would argue that Kamala Harris does not have a record for fighting for black people, though she claims to be black. She doesn't have a record for fighting for black people. She has a record for fighting against black people. That's the second reason, right? The second reason black people hate Kamala Harris so much, that Kamala Harris does not have a record for fighting for black people. She has a record fighting against black people. That's reason number 2. You're tuned in to Breadman TV. Make sure you subscribe right now. Make sure you hit the like button right now. Make sure you hit the notification button right now. And make sure you share. But that's the second reason. That's the second reason that people from the black community hate Kamala Harris so much. They see her record as a prosecutor, right? They see her tremendous record, her stellar record as her successful record as a prosecutor, as a heavyweight prosecutor. The black community looks at that as a stance against us. It falls right in line with not liking the police, right? It falls right in line with being a suspect of the criminal justice system. It falls right in line with our current mind state as a black community in general that we have had for years, and rightfully so. So the black community is saying, Kamala Harris, if I don't trust the criminal justice system, you are born and bred. You worked for them. You became successful. You rose to the top. But we didn't see you fighting for the black community. We saw it as you fighting against the black community, even though you were successful as a black woman. Even though you climbed the ladder as a black woman, we don't see it that way. We see it as you putting in work against the black community. And there is, as I've shown, there's proof and documentation to show that she has put effort, as in making stances against the Supreme Court, right? Fighting to keep nonviolent criminals in jail when there was a jail reform going on, okay? These are facts. All right, so I've given you 2 reasons. The first reason, the black people question her ethnic background. They don't consider her black enough. They don't think that she can relate to the black experience. That's number 1. That's number 1. The second reason is they believe, right, the black community believes that she has not fought for the black community, but spent all of her career fighting against the black community. And they feel that this is why she has been crowned VP. They feel like this is how she has been able to climb the ladder of success. There's been other reasons that they say, but I'm not going to disrespect her as a woman. I'm going to keep it down the straight and narrow. When I listen to the black community, these are the 3 main reasons. I don't hear much about her being a woman a lot. I hear it here and there, but that's a whole nother topic I'm going to cover this weekend. Are black women under attack? I put Kamala Harris in that group. We're going to have that discussion on Sunday, 8:30 p.m. on the Angry Black Man podcast. So make sure you subscribe right now. But we're going to stay right here. They don't feel like she's black enough. They question her ethnic background. And number 2, they feel like she has not fought for the black community. She's fought against the black community to come up. These are 2 reasons that black people feel that these are 2 reasons that black people hate Kamala Harris so much. Now I'm going to give you my third and my final reason. With number 3, let's just keep it funky. Having a white husband, which some in the black community will consider a white sugar daddy. People in the black community get very offended against mixed race relationships. Black men and black women. A lot of black women and a lot of black men are appalled when they see another black man or another black woman in a mixed race relationship, preferably in a relationship with a white person. It brings up very negative feelings, a very negative reaction in a lot of cases in the black community. The same thing happens on the other side in the white community as well. But I would argue that in the black community, our reasons are far more different. They come from caution. They come from fear. And then when you put a black woman, right, with a white man, I guess from success, we like to draw conclusions that this is how the black woman got there. So they look at Kamala Harris and they see her white husband and they say, aha, this is how she got it. Her white sugar daddy. They say, aha, see, look, she could not do it with us. She had to sell us out. See, look, aha. She said she was raised in Oakland, California. She graduated from HBCU, but look, aha. And they say, this is why she was a prosecutor and wanted to put away black men. These are the 3 reasons that black people hate Kamala Harris so much. Make sure you subscribe to Breadman TV on YouTube right now. Make sure you hit the like button and make sure you hit the notification button. These are the 3 reasons black people hate Kamala Harris so much. Number 1, they question her ethnic background. They don't believe she can relate to the true black American experience. Number 2, the black community feels that she has put in more work fighting against the black community instead of fighting for the black community. That's number 2. And number 3, a lot of black people reject her interracial marriage. That's number 3. A lot of black people are appalled that she's married to a white man. Now, I just gave you the 3 reasons that black people hate Kamala Harris so much. Now I'm going to give you my final thoughts on this. It's my turn. I'm going to answer to all 3 reasons, okay? Number 1, as far as Kamala Harris's ethnic background, and don't get confused, this is not me putting on the cape. This is not me trying to save or protect Kamala Harris. This is Breadman keeping it 100% with the people. Here's my answer to number 1. She was born in the U.S. as a black woman. She went to HBCU as a black woman. She was raised in Oakland, California as a black woman. And she was just chosen to run as a vice president with Joe Biden as a black woman. These are facts. If you drop Kamala Harris anywhere on God's green earth, she is considered a black woman first. It's time to retire this brown paper bag theory. We got to get over that. You drop Kamala Harris anywhere on God's green earth, she's a black woman. That's number 1. Now I'm going to answer to number 2. As far as her record, her stellar record, what we consider fighting against the black community and not fighting for the black community. To this, I say, this is why I will never trust Kamala Harris. I didn't mess with the popos back then, and I don't mess with the popos now. She will always be the feds to me. She will always be the op to me. She's a part of that system. I will always keep my first, second, and third eye on Kamala Harris. I don't trust you. You're from the system. So I have to always be leery of you, skeptical. The third reason why black people hate Kamala Harris so much is for her interracial marriage. I'm going to answer to that. As a black man, I'm torn. I would rather have seen you climb the success ladder and be a power couple with one of our own. That's just the way that I feel about it. I think that that's far more important. Does that affect my stance on as far as should you be VP, should you be running beside Joe Biden or not? No, it doesn't. It doesn't matter. Because here's the bottom line. Here's the bottom line. And this is why, and this is my main point. Make sure you subscribe to Breadman TV on YouTube right now. Make sure you hit like and make sure you share. One of the main reasons that we are suffering in the black community because we don't know anything about politics. We don't know how to operate in the political landscape. We get lost. Even white people that don't agree with Donald Trump, they hate Donald Trump. These are Republicans. They do not like Donald Trump. They consider Donald Trump white, rich trash. They hate him. But you will never know that because that's what you call politics. You as a black person, you will never know that. I will not give you those alley-hoops. I will not give you that ammo to use against the person that's in power for us right now. Yet as black people, even after Kamala Harris has been dubbed the running mate, the possible vice president, a black woman, black people still want to drag Kamala Harris through the coal instead of accepting that this is the person and this is our link inside the White House right now. Instead of celebrating, right? Instead of, even if you're upset, instead of putting on that front like they did with Donald Trump. That's how they got Donald Trump in. And then you holler at that person behind the scenes with lobby groups, with power groups, with celebrity sit-downs, with all that type of stuff after the fact. But now is not the time to drag Kamala Harris. This is why I say, black people, we have trouble with politics, and this is one of our weakest points. We got to vote, a powerful vote and a powerful voice. This is one of our most powerful years ever, and we don't know what to do with it politically. There's no leadership politically. There's no direction politically. We are fleeing in the wind. We have no political core. And this Kamala Harris, right? This Kamala Harris situation is the latest example of that. If your main point, especially as a black person, if you feel like what's been going on has really been affecting your life, and your main reason, your main goal, right, is to get Donald Trump out of the White House, then now is not the time to drag Kamala Harris down. So this is the reason that I did this video, to talk about the 3 reasons black people hate Kamala Harris so much, right? And then answer to those and check that and dispel that, because now is not the time. What we should be doing, right, and I'm about to put the information up, what you should be doing is making sure that you're registered to vote. That's what you should be doing. If you want to complain about anything or you have anything, before you do that, let's make sure you're registered to vote. Because we need those votes if your goal is to get Donald Trump out. It's tunnel vision right now. Make sure you are registered to vote. I'm getting that information up right now. This is important. Go to register.rockthevote.com. That's register.rockthevote.com. It's an easy way to register online for the 2020 election, because this is what we should be talking about as a black community. We need to be strengthening this black vote. We might not get everything that we want this election, but the main thing we want is Donald Trump out of office, and we can move from there. As far as right now, we need to find a way to celebrate and boast of the fact that we now have a potential black vice president, a woman at that. We need to celebrate that. So you're tuned in to Breadman TV. I want you to make sure you subscribe. I want you to make sure you hit the notification button and make sure to share. Okay? You can catch Breadman TV and the Angry Black Man podcast streaming live every Sunday. We're going to do these things live. You can catch it live every Sunday, where you can call in, right, at 8:30 p.m. Central. That's 8:30 p.m. Central every Sunday. We stream live on YouTube, the Angry Black Man podcast. But I want y'all to hit the subscribe button and hit the notification button so you don't miss me Sunday live, streaming live on YouTube, the Angry Black Man podcast. So you're tuned in to Breadman TV. Make sure you subscribe. You know the damn deal. If you don't know the damn deal, ask Breadman, what's the damn deal? Holla. That's light work. That's light work.